looked up and it was the biggest spider of my life. And in that moment, I knew I was gonna die. I just knew I was gonna die. Hey, you guys, it is your girl Kia up in the building, all up on your screen. And today we are getting down to the T of my fear of spiders, okay? We're getting down to the T. I feel like I was a little close. The close person now. How you doing? Should I just do the video like this? Is this too close? Am I making you uncomfortable? A little eye contact. Let me sit back and relax. Y'all, this story time, they're not going to be too long, but there's 2 stories that I'm going to tell you all, and you're going to understand my fear of spiders, okay? Because it's a real thing, okay? This title isn't lying, y'all. I literally had a spider in my pants. Like, I don't know how you explain that. I never thought it would happen to me until it did, y'all. So it was my first week at my current job now, and that the way my like office is set up, we have a concrete floor, and my first day in the office, like I told y'all, it's spiders everywhere. Spiders everywhere. Nobody prepared me for the spider apocalypse that was gonna be taking place in this office. So I'm unprepared. I don't have any spray. I don't have nothing. And I have to literally sit here and work all day. So for the most part, I've been like spotting them like this. I'm moving. Literally, that was me for like the first 3-4 days. I finally start to feel a little comfortable in my office, right? I finally start to feel a little comfortable in my office. I am like looking out the window in my zone, doing my job, minding my business, drinking my water. And then literally one day I was sitting there. I don't know how, I don't know when. I didn't see anything moving around in the office, on the floor, or anything like that. So I am completely, you know, unbeknown to what is going on in real life. So, for whatever reason, I had my feet flat down on the floor. And like I told you guys, my flooring is cement. So my feet were flat down on the cement floor. And I'm sitting there. I don't feel anything. Nothing's going on. Nothing weird is happening, okay? It just randomly hit me like, sis, is that something on your shin? I got a feeling. Listen, we are grown. We all know what it feels like to have a spider run across us on our hand. Something at some point, a spider has been on you. You have felt it. You have seen it. Listen, just take the hand. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. So, y'all, I literally was like, okay, that's something's on my shin. Who's gonna check that? I'm supposed to check that. I'm supposed to check that. So you guys, I don't know what made me do it, but like I just rubbed down the pants of down the pants leg that I have on, and I feel a small lump. Now listen, we all know we've had certain pants where we felt something and end up being a string or end up being a clump of just like the fabric that has been rubbing together on your thickum thighs, sis. You already know. Thick thighs save lives, but they rub together. Okay? But they rub together. So I'm like, okay, but what is a string doing down here? What is a piece of cotton doing down here? Yeah. So I literally was like, that doesn't feel right. And I pressed down on it. I pressed down on it, y'all, and liquid oozed out of my pants where my shin was. And I looked and I freaked out, okay? God was with me because he knew I wanted to throw them pants off, and I didn't care who saw in the office. I was gonna get fired for showing myself. But listen, there is something in my pants and it just crushed onto my leg. You guys, when I tell you, I call my boss like, yeah, I'm going to the restroom now. Like, because I'm supposed to be waiting for somebody to come and relieve me. No, nobody about to wait to see what this is at lunch. No, honey, I don't care if I squish it in this dirt. I don't care. I don't care. So I literally go to the restroom, carefully take my pants off, and I just see the bits and pieces of what remained on the shin part of my pants leg in the inside. When I tell you guys, I freaked out. I took them pants off in the bathroom. I went to the handicap store because you know them the big ones. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. This was an emergency. This was an emergency. So I took them pants and Satan, how dare you come into my pants and be on my shin? The devil is a liar. How dare you? You know good and well that's not where you go. Why is you on my person? When I tell you, y'all, I was in that restroom losing my mind. I wanted to go home. I feel like that calls for a dismissal. Okay? I feel like that calls for a dismissal. I don't feel like spiders are from the Lord. I feel like they came from down under. Because the way they look up close, all them little legs, the way they fit. No, the webs. You run into. No. 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 Y'all, when I tell you I squished that, when I pressed down, I was hoping it would be anything but an insect in real life, and it literally smushed and seeped through. I lost it. And the worst part of it all was like I didn't have an extra pair of pants. So it wasn't like I was gonna be able to go home real quick and change at lunch, or I had an extra pair of pants in my bag. Like, no, I literally went to the restroom, scrubbed them, then I had this big old wet stain because I just couldn't believe it. And then I told my coworker, and he was like, I'm surprised you're still here. Listen, me too. Me too. Me too. My coworker's hilarious though. But yeah, I just couldn't believe that happened. I was minding my business, and all of a sudden a spider was crawling on my shin, on my leg. And I squished it in my pants. Oh my God. This is why I don't like spiders, y'all. It took me a long time to get over that too. Like, I have my legs, to this day, I perched them up on the chair. Because I'm like, you're not finna catch me slipping. Now y'all know I got my spray. I be... Listen, Spider Massacre, kids coming through. Watch out. Watch out. Okay? So that's like my first, like, that's my recent story of why I'm not a spider fan. Okay, I'm not a spider fan. The other thing is, little small little gems that people try to drop on you. They're like, hey, here's a fun fact. We all swallow at least one spider a year. And I'm like, who decided to tell us this? Who did the study? Okay? No. And then when you really do see how small spiders can be, you just like forget it. Like, it's one on me right now, probably. Very micro small. There's one in this room somewhere that I can't see. Lord, please don't let it jump on me and attack me in the middle of the night. It's the struggle for me. I'm really looking. I'm really looking. I haven't had to squash any spiders in here in a while. Listen, I would like to say my room is a spider-free zone, but ain't nobody no fool. But yeah, we'll stick with that, okay? There's nothing in here. Nothing in here but me and God. Okay, so my next spider story. You guys, this happened when I was a teenager. I was in my restroom one day. I had just washed my hair and I needed to blow dry it. And at that time, my restroom was kind of under construction, and my dad was fixing the roof of our house, or the ceiling of that bathroom. But I was still using it or whatever. So, I was minding my business, blow drying my hair, and then I don't know why, but it felt like sometimes it feels like somebody's watching you. And I just felt that in my spirit. Something is watching me. And it's not no angel. Something's looking at me. So I literally just feel a shadow in the corner of the room. Literally the corner of the room. And I looked, and no lie, just like I'm putting my hand in the corner like this, it was the biggest spider I have ever seen in my life that was not in a cage at Jack's Aquarium. Okay? It was the biggest spider. Now that I'm older and do a little research, all that other stuff, Google, it was definitely a wolf spider. If you've ever seen a wolf spider, you know those things are massive. Okay? Massive. And not only was it massive, this thing was pregnant. It was ready to give birth. It was finna Charlotte's Web, my bathroom, and I would have never known what hit me. Okay? Never would have known. I don't know if it crawled out of the ceiling hole that was up there. It definitely had to, but it didn't look like a regular spider. This spider looked like it has been watching over me my whole life. It has grown with me. Okay? It grew with me. So I'm looking at this spider and I'm just like, how do you even kill it? And the messed up part is that it wasn't moving. So this is what made this a little easier. It was not easier at all. I was freaked out. But it made it a little bit easier because it was not moving. It did not move that spot. So in order to even get out the restroom, I'm like, open the door. Like literally, like I don't want it to see me and to start moving. And I go downstairs and I'm just like, Mom, we're gonna die. The spider's up there. It's huge. I don't know what to do. And listen, I have a history of crying wolf about spiders since I was knee high to a butterfly. My sister used to get absolutely upset with me because I would just have a mental meltdown, breakdown if I saw a spider, if I saw a snake, if I saw anything that wasn't right. And I just so happened to live in a place with acres of yard, and you see all of that all the time. So we got frogs, we got hyenas, we got coyotes, we got foxes, we got owls. Literally, there's been a white owl here at my house. I felt like I was ready for Harry Potter school. I thought I'd been called. So, yeah, to see this big old tarantula wolf spider, it just took me off guard. And I went down to Mom, and I'm like, Mom, it's just up there, and I don't know what to do with it. And, I can't go up there by myself. And I'm supposed to come and get it because I can't do it. And I need you to come. I need you to come upstairs. I need you to come upstairs. I need you to come upstairs. And she's just looking at me like, if I come up here and there's a spider that is about this big, we're not talking to each other for the rest of the day. I don't think Mom, there was no way I could have prepared Mom for this other than to tell her it was huge. And like, even then, it was like, okay, baby girl cries wolf an awful lot. We know that she's afraid of spiders. This we know. So it's gonna be a small specimen. Let me get a shoe. You know what I mean? Let me get a shoe. So you guys, I finally convinced Mom, like, no, you really, really, really have to come up here and see. While she walked up them steps. I've never seen Phil on my mama face before. But when she came up there, she was like, whoa. She said that it's pregnant. She said that it's pregnant. Who's been messing around with this thing up here and got it pregnant and it's just chilling in the corner of your wall? Where's the father? Huh? Where's the father? Yeah. Well, y'all know spiders eat, the mate after they mate. Listen, it's a vicious cycle. Maybe humans should do that. It's kind of nasty though, so maybe not. But anyway, so Mom was looking. She's like, "How am I supposed to kill this?" We're looking at each other like, what do we do? What's the plan? So we're like, we know what the plan is. Let's go call Dad. You all listen. My dad had got off work. He was exhausted. And I think he felt like we was crying wolf. So we couldn't wake my dad up. And me and Mom had to come up with a game plan. She ended up getting a broom. And that even freaked me out because we're like, if this thing moves, what are we gonna do? Like, what is gonna happen? But by the grace of God, Mom was able to scoop it up with this broom. I think we put it in the sink. I don't even know what we did. I don't know what container we put it in. I can't tell you that it's been so long, but we ended up getting it out of the restroom. We were freaked out the whole way, carrying it down the stairs and taking it outside to the garage. It was a whole thing for us that whole night. We were just in like disbelief that that existed. And mom was like, that must have came with the house because and this house is pretty old. So listen, we had never seen a spider that big, especially not in the house. And that was just crazy. It freaked me out. I every time I blow dry my hair, every time I was in the restroom, even now to this day, and it's been well fixed, remodeled, everything, the whole caboodle. I still look at the corner and I can still picture that shadow right there in the corner, just lingering with its pregnancy. He was. We were scared. At the end of the day, when we did all that, mom was like, yeah, I was scared too. I was just as scared as you. I felt better about myself because she knew I wasn't crying wolf, but she was not anticipating seeing a spider that big ever, especially not in the house. Like, we don't get huge spiders like that. And that's the last time I've ever seen. Listen, Lord, if they are in the walls, please keep them there. Keep them there until we move out or we knock the place down, remodel, and they listen. Just don't let nothing pop up now. Since I'm talking about one of their ancestors, don't let them rise up in the middle of the night come to life. Listen, please, please don't. Y'all, it was a hot mess. And what was even more of a hot mess is that my sister, this was at the time, this how long ago it was. Like, even my sister was still home at the house with us. But she worked third shift. And she came home from work in her scrubs. And I don't know why this girl was in the trash can. I think we put it in a bowl or something. I think it had to be like a styrofoam bowl or something. Or either she found something to put it in. Because she woke us up at like 6, 7 in the morning. Like, y'all, look at this. And we're like, what? It was a whole experience all over again. This child didn't raised him from the dead, Frankenstein it together, and showed it to us. Like, we didn't have like a whole moment with this thing yesterday, last night, and we did. Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess. She was so excited to see it. My sister, her loving critters and stuff and worms. This girl used to run around with frogs chasing me around the yard like, mm-mm, mm-mm. I've never been that curious like that. But she has, and she still is. And hers and my little nephew, oh my gosh, love him to pieces. He is too. He loves exploring the outdoors and seeing worms and no, no. What am I gonna do about my son? Because I'm looking at my son like, don't you dare. You look at it, you pick it up, you put it down, you tell me, you touch it, you tell me how it looked, and then we're gonna go wash your hands. Thank you for sharing the experience with me through words. I didn't need to physically see it. That's gonna be me. And yeah, that's why I'm kind of freaked out about spiders. And that's just some of the few encounters. Y'all, it was one time I literally was in my bed, knocked out. I woke up, I had a dream something was dangling over me. And it wasn't a dream, y'all. It was real. And it was crawling on my hand. And I smacked the mess out of it. Listen, I had slept on the opposite side of my bed, a side that I never sleep on. I was like, yeah. To this day, I still don't sleep on that side. No, ma'am. You're not going to sit here and munch on me in the middle of the night. Then there's one time I was trying to kill a spider, y'all. And then I hit it. It fell. We ended up having a blackout at the same time. And that whole night, I was just like, I know this spider is going to attack me in my sleep. I know for a fact it's going to be on my forehead. It's going to go up my nose, around my mouth. It is going to taunt me. Y'all, literally, I was freaked out. And then the next morning, I looked and it was literally in the same spot that I had killed it in, that I swatted it to try to kill it in. And I finally was able to kill it. But yeah, listen, it's the stories for me. And I gotta deal with spiders the rest of my life. Just let me go home, Lord. Just bring me. Just let me go. I can't do this. I can't do this, y'all. So that is my story time with spiders and why I hate them. And I feel like I got logical reason. I feel like I have been through enough with spiders that they can go ahead and die and stay away from me. But that ain't how it works. That ain't gonna work. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my shenanigans, my reality, my nonsense. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do you hate spiders? Do you have any spider stories you want to share? Let me know down below. Are you one of those that catch them and then free them? Listen, God bless your little heart, but no, squish it. Squish it, sis. Squish it. Okay? Squish it. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know if I said that already. If so, I just reminded you again. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, a good night, and I will definitely see you guys later. Bye.